One of the biggest mistakes that I see performers making is that when something goes wrong, they draw attention to it. Okay, so this happens to me all the time. Things go wrong on stage, and most of the time, the audience either doesn't realize it, it's so small, or it's so insignificant that even if they pick it up, they quickly forget about it as we move on. You know, I kind of fall to the level of my training. When something goes wrong, I keep the show going, I keep the audience engaged, and eventually, very quickly, they seem to forget what went wrong, right? Sometimes, though, things go wrong in a way that you just can't ignore, okay? This can be an audience member. For myself, they might trip on stage. You know, I try to prevent that, but something like that, right? Or an alarm goes off or a phone goes off. You know, something happens that just everybody clearly knows about it and it's too big to ignore. And so that is when I like to call attention to it. You know, I point out the elephant in the room, acknowledge it, and then move on, right? The problem that I see is with other performers is that when something small goes wrong, they draw attention to it. They treat it like it is a larger thing, this bigger problem, okay? And that is what turns it into this bigger problem that makes it awkward, that makes the audience feel awkward, and it kind of derails the whole flow of the show. And so what I try to do, my default is that when things go wrong, I just ignore it. I pretend like it didn't happen. I pretend like they didn't see it, and I move on. And very quickly, even if the audience did point it out, they are happy to move on as well, and we all end up having a great time in the next part of the show.